What advice would you give someone that's trying to like start a business or?
Perfect. Okay. First and foremost, make sure, and you've heard this from people in Texas, barbecue or restaurants in general, it has to be your calling, it has to be your passion. This is the most unforgiving of all businesses that I've ever done, okay?
I've learned that.
Look, this will own you. I make the joke every time, oh, you own the place. Yes, the place owns me 100%. Restaurants own you. And barbecue restaurants own you 1,000%.
Yeah.
It's a 24/7 thing.
You put so much time.
And it's gotta be if not, you're gonna get burned out like this. Because when I started first 3 months, I was waking up at 4 in the morning and going to bed at midnight every day. Okay, so until you get help. But look, it's not just smoking the meat and making sure the temps and the consistency and visually and texturally everything is right. It's inventory, it's employees, it's permitting, it's financing, it's a million things. So running a restaurant has to be your passion, number one. Then number two is perfect your technique, perfect it. Learn from the masters. Go to Texas. That's where the knowledge is. If you're gonna do Central Texas, go to Texas and learn. If you're gonna do St. Louis or Kansas City, go to Kansas City. Do your research, and then start small, which I didn't do, but I'm telling others to do. But they told me to do pop-ups, do some catering, start selling out of your house. That's how you know, cause you get feedback from friends, people you feed for free. It's all fantastic because you're giving it to them. You gotta hear it from people that are paying for your stuff. They're gonna tell you if it's good or not. 100%. So you get the feedback, and so you build on it, and you start making money too. So yes, but first and foremost, it's gotta be your passion. This over anything else. Other businesses, you could do it for the money. This one you can't. You can't fake it. You can't do it for the money. Not this. But it's a lot of fun. It's really rewarding. You have to love feeding people. That is like the feeling when they're like, oh my God, it's like you're building a symphony in their mouth, you know, with all your ingredients, and it's like the flavors are there. It's like a song, and they're like, oh my God. So it has to be like that. I had a lady from Texas that cried here. She's like, she lives low, and she got emotional. She started crying. She's like, I moved away from Houston 20 years ago. She's like, and now the only thing I missed from Texas was the barbecue, and now I have it here. She couldn't believe it. She started looking around, and she started crying. Had a lady from Amarillo, Texas. She got goosebumps as I gave her a sample of the brisket. She's like, look at.
Just so you know, I thought you got me in here.
There.
I came in, right, and they said, oh, like, is this your first time? I said, yeah. They said, here.
It's gotta be.
They gave me the pork belly. I said,
oh yeah, this is it.
It's gotta be like that.
I was like, oh my God, this is great.
It has to. I had a guy from Big Bear, almost an hour and a half drive with his niece, and the guy, he's like, yeah, you call it Spirit of Texas. He was most Texas, what they have coming here, they talk like that because you're like, well, you guys call barbecue, it's not barbecue. He was saying it in front of all the customers. And I'm like, cool, I welcome that because, you know, I'm a little cocky myself. So right away, I pulled out the brisket and had him, put it on the tip of the knife and went like this to him. And he tasted it and he backed off like all the way to the wall. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And said, man, you're the real deal. Then he started screaming, hey, everybody, this is legit Central Texas style barbecue. I'm just letting you guys know, blah, blah. So that was so funny. And then he's told me, look, it's his birthday and he was having a horrible day. And you just changed it in an instant with a sample of the brisket. That's what I work for. That's it.
We all talked about it after you left. We were like, man, we love you. You're like, you as a person, just great. Yeah, you can see you have a heart of gold, and you have, you're a perfectionist, which is awesome. He said, Mom mentality, like Kobe. But he said that's what you have.
You're into basketball.
Nice. I saw your videos, man. You guys are good. You guys have a lot of followers. And I like how you guys are mixing this too. That's gonna work out for you.
Yeah, always. Before barbecue and real estate, what were you doing before?
So, I went. So my story is weird. I went. I grew up in East LA. I was born in Salvador, so grew up in East LA. But I went to USC. So before that, I was a truck driver. I was like, I hated that. But then went to Cerritos College and I transferred to USC on a full scholarship. I graduated from USC summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. That is the highest out of USC. Then I did graduate school at USC and I taught Spanish while I was getting my master's in counseling psychology, right? But while I was an undergrad, I bought real estate around student housing.
Oh, wow.
So I bought properties around USC. And I did that for 50, I didn't even go into my master's training to be a school counselor or counseling in general. Real estate was good.
Yeah.
So I did that for 15 years. A lot of drama with the students, a lot of drama. But it worked out for me.
Yeah.
So I cashed out when I thought it was like I was done with it, right? So I cashed out and I was like kind of retired, living in Lake Arrowhead.
Uh-huh.
You know, nice place, nice
Beautiful.
house, beautiful. But I was bored. You know, I was like, when someone is driven, it's kind of hard to say. You're gonna stop working. Yeah. So I tried it for 5 years, but I was going kind of like, you're kind of going crazy because you have too much time to think. That's not good. That's not good. Get busy doing something. Get busy working. Get busy doing a hobby. Just being at home watching TV and going out for walks in the trails and all that. Man, that's for old people, man. So
you're still young. You're still
I was 45. So at 49, I said, and I told my wife, hey, listen, I need to get back out there. So, but I told her I can't do it for the money because I did it once, and that it's not fun, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what's my calling? And she said, well, cooking is your thing. You enjoy doing that a lot. That's all I needed. And I was like, okay, so barbecue, right? And I'm like, yeah. And once it got going, it was quick.
Yeah.
It was quick. But yeah, so knowing what your calling is, and I'm like, so what do you like to do? Well, I like to cook for people. I like to grill. I went to Argentina, spent 3 months over there. What was I doing? Talking to the grill masters. That should tell you something. That it's what calls me. Like, hey, and so how long, and what kind of salt do you use? Like, oh, and what else do you use? No. So they have a lot of knowledge over there, and they give it away just like in Texas.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot with those guys over there too. And actually, my first passion is the Argentinian asados, and the whole.
And you don't sell that here,
I want to. Look, that's why I just got that thing, because maybe on the weekends, like select like a membership, like, hey, make reservations, like limited, like a 20 or 30 person group or whatever, and so I'm gonna start cooking just for that. My thing is grilling. I love that, like steaks, tomahawks, you name it. Doing the whole costillar, from the cow or the bull, whatever. That would be awesome. Or even doing a whole hog. That would be good too.
I've never seen a whole hog be.
North Carolina, man, that would be good, and that's perfect. Oh, actually, we could do a whole hog here too, even better. It's better in this one than that one. But I like where they put the coals underneath, and cover it. That would be super cool.
Pretty old school.
Or have something churning on it too, more like the Caribbean and
I'll let you know, you got supporters for life here now.
Cool,
man.
Awesome, yeah.
It's you're an awesome guy. Like I said, and it gives a home feeling.
Cool. That's what people say when they come here.
Yeah.
They look. The old school. I have customers that this building it was a mug. It's a famous building here. It was a restaurant that was here for 60 years. So we get like guys that are like in their 50s that came here when they were 5 years old.
Yeah.
And so they remember. But we get like 80, 90-year-old customers of the mug, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a couple. They're like, listen, your customer service is like the way it used to be in the 1950s. That's what they told me. He's like, this is old school customer service that we thought it was dead. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what I love to hear, it needs to be your second home, and you need to have fun when you come here. If it's just a place where like people are just like whatever, no. So, and believe me, if I open a second place, it has to be like that. And that's gonna be the number one goal, the number one priority is like the same experiences here. It has to.
So what's your goal at the end of this? Out of everything?
Dude, I just want to open places so people can try the food and eat it. So I don't care, like, if it's, and I told the workers here, my wife, if I don't make any money, as long as I don't lose money, so for all my businesses that I've always done, as long as I don't lose money, I'm fine. So if I'm breaking even, then I don't care. Because
you do have to love.
No, I swear, man, if I don't make a dime, as long as I don't lose, because if I'm losing money, then it's a bad thing. You know? I'm passionate, but not stupid, you know. But yeah, if the place is making whatever money and the employees are getting paid, then I don't care, you know. So yeah, I want to open other places. So people don't have to drive so far, you know. So like Victorville, Hesperia, the mountains here.
That's a good area because Hesperia, they have, you know.
We have a lot of customers coming. We had a guy that he's like, dude, you're gonna kill it over there. Like, please. And I'm like, dude, I already went up there. I went to look at places. So I'm looking. I'm just looking everywhere.
Everywhere. That's good.
So yeah, and also labor doesn't help.
Yeah.
Right now, the biggest issue is not finding a place. It's more like there are no workers.
Yeah.
Even here, we're short-staffed. So, and we put the sign up, but you know, the situation right now is not. There's not enough workers. Once that changes, it's gonna go even faster for us. Yeah. So we're waiting on that. The labor conditions have to improve. We don't have, unless you guys want to work.
You learn, C's? I'm telling you, he's the cook at all of us.
Good.
No, a little, you know what I know.
Good.
When he learns it, he gets attached to it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna learn this. I want to learn it.
Good.
When I want to learn something, I'll learn it. Like, I'm not gonna have
determination, right?
And that's one thing. It's a blessing and a curse.
Oh yeah.
It's a blessing and a curse, but
it sounds just like me. I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's how it is.
It's the long hair. That's why.
Could be. It could be. Yeah.
It stays. Everything stays in your hair, man.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, man. Thank you for coming. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, we love it.
All right. Awesome, guys.
Pleasure.
Same here, man. Same here. Thanks for coming, man.